Right, this is session 11. Tonight I followed my plan and I went on a run. I just ran to like the top of Castleside and I done I set out a track and it's I done 2 laps and the track's roughly about half an hour. No, I wouldn't say that. Say about 20 minutes long, the track that I set out just round the road. So I done that twice, so it took us 40 minutes tonight. In fact, not tonight. I literally got in school and I went straight out, so it's still quite light outside. The session went fine. I could tell that I was affected by last week, how I was off and that, because me levels of fitness have dropped, it seems, because I found it quite difficult actually getting round, and I was out of breath, and I only had to walk a couple of times. It was mainly going up the banks, where the week before I was ill. I was able to get up pretty much alright, but this week I had to walk up the banks, and there's 2 quite large banks. But apart from there, I managed getting round jogging at a reasonable pace all the way around. Skill or health related fitness will just be the cardiovascular endurance, getting them levels up again to the point where I can do it probably a little bit quicker than 20 minutes, because I think I could. That was very slow tonight. I timed myself tonight and it took us 20 minutes to get around the first lap, so I've just assumed that the track that I've set out is 20 minutes, but I can probably do it a little bit faster. So to improve progressive overload for next week, for me jog next week to get around faster, so maybe 15 minutes I get around, so I can do the 2 laps in half an hour. It's canny distance, like it's pretty much right the way around, like Castleside, round the area, so it's not like it's a small area to jog around. It's quite large for I've set myself. The methods of training were just the continuous, apart from when I stopped, which it maybe could class as interval. Intensity level, it was quite high. It was 128 at the end. So I was working at a high, like, sort of level of intensity. My heart rate was quite high. Aspects. It was very cold tonight and it was very windy, so the cold air sort of hit you when you were breathing in, and the wind, well, obviously the wind's going to affect you if you're jogging up a hill. It was blowing in my face, and that was slowing us up as well, so that was one of the aspects that didn't go well. So I'd probably be able to definitely do it quicker next week if the weather's got better, but it's supposed to snow. It's forecast snow all week, so if worse comes to worse and it's heavy snow, which I really doubt that, I'll have to do that home gym session I set myself last week, or the week before, I can't remember which one it was. Improvements will be to get up the 2 hills that I've walked. I'd like to jog up them. That's one of the improvements, and try to do it quicker. So instead of 40 minutes, I'll try and do it in half an hour, and that's pretty much the only thing I'd like to do. I actually done a warm up tonight, which was just a couple of sprints and a couple of side steps, and I stretched everything, so all that was alright. But I said in my plan that I was gonna start doing like sprints and that and drills up the field, which I'll try and get a couple of them on camera for next session. So I'm gonna have to start doing them like sprints, so that can be another improvement, doing the sprints that I set in my plan. And that's pretty much it, the sprints and the drills. So this is I think it's 11th session.